Red leather, yellow leather, bedwetter, Ned letter. Shred better. Tony Hawk, 2016.
Oh my god.
All right.
I was kind of sad that this wouldn't be included in the actual podcast.
Who says that it won't? First cold open. Hey, everybody. This is Are You Still Listening? A podcast about Netflix. I'm your best friend, host Michael. And on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a podcast and a pear tree.
I'm your best friend, host Melissa. And I see when you're sleeping. I know when you're awake. I know if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake.
So you better watch out.
You better watch out.
You better watch out. You better watch out.
You better watch out. You better watch out.
Look behind you. He's there.
Santa.
But he's fine. He's just here to give you toys because it's Christmas time. It's our holiday episode. Not just Christmas. We got all the winter Yuletide good times going on right now. Everyone's just kind of full of that hearty winter cheer.
Unfortunately, they only make good movies about other holidays, so yeah.
So we had to kind of pick out one of the bad ones, but yeah, I'm just so full of that wintertime joy. You know, it's a ring ting tingling, ting ting turgling too. Gonna happy to go on a rip a fat Beyblade with you.
That is what the holidays are all about, really, when you think about it, is ripping a fat Beyblade.
Yeah, that's the thing. When the people who celebrate Christmas appropriated the whole Yuletime kind of season from the traditional pagan Yuletide holiday that it originally was.
Big tree.
Yeah, I know. They took all the Beyblade out of Christmas.
Yeah. Let's put the Beyblade back in Yuletime, guys.
Why is no one talking about the real war on Christmas, keeping all the kids these days from letting it rip like they always want to?
The war on Beyblades.
That's just Beyblades.
Yeah.
Okay. So this week we are going to be talking about A Christmas Prince, the 2017 shitty. Oh.
We're going to have to superimpose a little jingling noise over that.
Yeah, that'll be great. Okay, this is a clean, family-friendly episode. So
wow, 2 minutes in.
Okay, the bad Christmas movie known as The Christmas Prince.
It's kind of famously bad, or at least that is what I've been led to believe by my one friend who just watches a bunch of really bad movies, and she just basically said that we could not pass this up. It is her favorite bad Christmas movie. And after watching it, I can see why. It's endearingly terrible.
It's endearing in its own way. I had a fun time watching it. It's
I did too.
I don't know. I think I've had it's still a little early for Christmas. It's still a little early for Christmas.
That was a little holiday fairy appearing in our room and
it's still a little early
and giving us tiny presents.
Yes, it's still a little early for Christmas. But I don't know. I really thought that this kind of helped me get more into the spirit of it. Another note, following the strict ultimatum we gave last episode about getting some emails about what you guys wanted us to cover.
We recorded that episode yesterday.
Yeah, a quick revision to that. We're kind of having to record a couple episodes all in a couple days just because we have finals going on and stuff right now. And over the winter break, we're not going to be able to have access to the recording equipment because we use our campus's in-library equipment, which is super great of them. We get to use it for free. It's awesome. But that does mean we can't... What?
It's really good.
Yeah, so we can't record over the break, but we also don't want to miss out on any episodes. And this was an opportunity too good to miss. It lands right on Christmas. So
yeah, we're
not going to be able to, hear back from you guys for our inbox for a little while. But generally speaking, our user-submitted episode is probably going to be the one coming out on January 22nd. So once again, just send those emails in for suggestions. The first one in will be a guaranteed we will review and watch that movie no matter what it is. Just has to be under 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that's going to be great.
I'm a little scared, but I'm also excited.
Which is the best way to live life if you really think about it.
Yeah.
So, Melissa, what's this movie about?
Well,
do you think you could tell me in under 45 seconds or close to it? Because
I
usually
can try.
Okay.
I
Well,
can definitely try.
all right, well, there's only one way to find out. And that's when we count down from a 3 to the 2 to the 1, bleep.
When a plucky young aspiring reporter, Amber Moore, gets sent on an assignment to the Kingdom of Aldovia for a coronation, she gets more than she bargained for when her press conference is immediately canceled and she lies about being a tutor in order to infiltrate the palace and get her scoop. She spends a bunch of time with the obligatory cute kid Princess Emily and the obligatory hot Prince Richard. Their budding romance gets turned upside down, though, as she discovers he's adopted, gasp, and the information gets uncovered by his slimy cousin and ex, who want to steal the throne, but she saves the day by breaking the acorn ornament and revealing some proclamation by the late king that he can be coronated after all because he's cool, and they get engaged and live happily ever after, the end.
Nice. Solid. Like 5 seconds left. No question about it. That's just how we, we're like
That's just how
5 or
the
6
news goes.
episodes in now. We're just rolling that beautiful bean footage,
Yeah, I almost feel like we should make this harder. We're doing a pretty good job of it.
Well, I think I've only got a 50% hit rate so far, so maybe we'll have to make it harder for you. And then
Impose some handicaps.
We'll just kind of leave it for me because clearly I need all the time that I can get.
Yeah.
Regardless, this is your pretty standard Christmas rom-com. Arguably a rom-com.
It's more of a drom-com.
Yeah,
It's not that funny.
It's not. I mean, it's funny to us.
Yeah,
but
it's not intentionally funny.
I mean, I think it's arguable, but all in all, they do follow it kind of with earnestness, and I think they leave a little to be desired. But it's whatever.
Yes.
It was kind of a fun little jaunt. It was a little Christmas time flick.
It was.
Yeah, and that's always a nice thing to have. It's always a lot of fun, and we're glad you're here with us to come talk about it. So
if you're the kind of person who likes watching cheesy Hallmark movies on the holidays, this is a good movie for you to watch and make fun of. I wouldn't watch it alone because that's a little and I don't know, unless you're just having a good time, eating some ice cream, doing some self-care, face mask, I don't know. But I feel like it's best watched with a couple of people you can completely tear it to pieces with.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that me and Melissa actually watched together, and that was a really fun time. It's a good experience. I like the movie.
We try to watch these apart to save the comedy juices. That was bad.
Save the comedy juices in the comedy sponge so we can bring it out into that microphone, nice and fresh for you.
I'm sorry for starting this metaphor.
And we bring our comedy fruits into the studio, and Melissa gets out the comedy juicer, and she goes, all right, it's time. And we slam down those orange halves.
That's how it works.
We got to get all that sweet, sweet comedy juice out for you guys, because that's what we're here for.
But today we have brought our freshly squeezed. We did watch this last night.
Yes.
So freshly squeezed comedy juice. It is not stale. It is still good.
We pop some saran wrap on that bad boy. Should be totally fine. All right. Well, about the plot. I mean, honestly, this is probably one of the movies where we the least need to actually talk about the plot. I mean, I guess a basic overview is obviously, like we said, as a reporter, there's this prince who's seen as a bad boy philanthropist or playboy who doesn't really want to become king, but that's not the true story because he has a heart of gold. And the whole reason the press thinks that he's bad and doesn't want the crown is because whenever he's supposed to be giving a press conference, he's off playing with some teenagers somewhere.
Yeah. He just really likes throwing snowballs is the thing.
I didn't even think about it till now. That's his whole shtick, isn't it?
That's his whole thing. That's the only fun thing he does is snow related.
He gets into several medium snowball fights throughout the movie, and then right at the end, when the girl's in the diner, he hits her with a snowball.
He throws a snowball out the window.
Oh,
he doesn't he doesn't just hit, it would have been so much better if he had just come into the diner and just headshotted her.
No, more like
with a snowball.
She walks out contemplatively, looking at the stars and thinking about what might have been, and then she gets just decked in the side with a snowball and kind of hits the ground a little bit, and her ears are ringing a little bit, and she looks up and he goes, "Hey, I brought a ring."
Yeah, no, Richard's just standing over her. He just goes, boom, insta-kill. And then
boom, there's the flavor.
And then starts doing a Fortnite dance over her,
over
body
her
laying on the
pavement. And that's what Christmas means to me.
Yeah. Which, Oh man, I'm trying to think about what about this movie I'd like to talk about first. And maybe I think the first thing I want to hit about on that you like need to know about this movie is just its ruthless efficiency in attempting to disperse what it feels is necessary plot information.
We
They
get
do not beat around the bush.
Yeah, we get a conversation with where this girl, the protagonist Amber. She walks into this diner, and there's a kindly old man behind the counter who gives her average order, which we'll get back into in a second. But he goes and they start talking, and we go, oh, I guess these people know each other. And then very clearly after I asked that question in my mind, how are these people related? He says something, and she goes, classic fatherly advice.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they have to beat us over the head with the fact that this man's her father. You know that, right?
They disperse information like this throughout the whole movie. She sits down and immediately her two plot device friends go, so, are you still single? Haven't you gotten over that relationship? You broke up about a year ago.
You haven't dated Brian for a year. And she goes, well, I'm not on the market. And then obviously that's juxtaposed immediately with pictures of the prince. And the guy goes, I think he's a 12.
Yes. And then the boss calls her into the office and she's like, let's get this plot rolling. We've wasted too much time setting up this thing in New York. We spent 10 minutes on the diner thing. We got to get this moving. You're going to Aldovia.
We're going to get you to Prince Richard's house, and you're going to figure out, you're going to get that scoop.
Yeah. The obligatory cute kid princess, they establish right off the bat that she's pretty mean to her other tutors, and then this isn't a word-for-word translation, but at one point, the princess goes, basically, the reason that I'm mean to my other tutors is that I feel they pity me for the disability that I have, and this is why have been mean to my other tutors, but you seem to treat me like a normal child, so I do like you.
Yeah, the princess is in a wheelchair. She has a condition, I believe, called spinal bifida or something like that. We looked it up to actually see, and it is a real thing, which was kind of, I mean, we thought for a second maybe they made it up for the movie, and that was like,
I mean, I don't think weird. It would be really weird if they made something up for the movie.
I know, that's why I was confused, but, we looked it up, and it's a real thing, and, all that stuff, but...
The princess was very cute.
Yeah, she was. I think one other weird thing, especially in terms of beating you over the head with proceeding directly with the plot, it seems that every character in this movie, I don't know if this is just how normal conversation works, but if one of these characters in this movie has a parent who has died, it is the first thing they will tell you about themselves.
Yes, oh my gosh. They are really upfront with that information. It's like a weird LinkedIn business sharing thing.
It's just an icebreaker for the royal family.
Yes. The prince goes up and he's like, hello, my father has been dead for almost a year now. And the reporter, just goes, oh, same hat.
So here's an interesting tidbit. When she was in her father's diner, he goes, oh, hey, I got you your normal order. Something, I don't remember what he said. And a blonde with sand. And me and Melissa go, okay, are we supposed to know what that is? So I Googled it. Apparently, a blonde with sand is shorthand, like short order cook, like shorthand for a coffee with cream and sugar. Like the cream makes it blonde. The sugar is like sand because they're granular, I guess. I don't know. But, I mean, we both just go, how are we supposed to know that? So I guess, okay, you hear the classic short order cook stuff in movies and junk of someone, shouting out all these random phrases of the food that they're going to have. I did some research. I actually looked up. I found this article when I was Googling it called Diner Lingo, How to Talk Like a Short Order Cook. And I will tell you, it's been my favorite thing for the last couple of days. It's been an absolute delight, and this has been my new favorite thing. So, Melissa, we're going to play a quick little game.
Okay.
I'm going to read you some things from this list, and I want you to tell me what you think these things are. I think let's start with a kind of medium one. This is called three different things. It's either called axle grease, skid grease, or cow paste.
Some sort of like bacon fat poured onto a plate? I don't know.
No, it's just butter.
Okay.
Okay. Let's Belch water or balloon water?
Oh, is it seltzer water?
Yeah, easy.
Okay.
Adam and Eve on a raft in Wreckham.
2 eggs on toast. I
Dang!
read this one.
Nice. Wait, you cheated?
I read it over your shoulder when you first looked them up.
Dang. Okay, I'm gonna scroll way down then. We're gonna get deep. Hold on. I had
Why is Adam and Eve on a raft in Wreckham 2 eggs on toast? Are Adam and Eve eggs? What does that mean?
Maybe they're like, which came first, the chicken or the egg, or 2 humans, created by our divine creator. Hold on, there was a very involved one that I wanted to get through. All right, this one has several names. You can call it a bow wow, a bun pup, a tube steak, a groundhog, a Coney Island chicken, and a Coney Island bloodhound.
It's a hot dog, right?
Yeah, nice.
These are kind of intuitive, except that Adam and Eve one.
Oh, really? Okay, fine. Let's turn up the heat a little bit.
Yeah, give me a challenge, Michael.
Why don't you tell me what Battle Creek in a bowl is?
Is it oatmeal?
It is a bowl of cornflakes.
Interesting.
Which
Why is that Battle Creek?
something about the Kellogg Company was based in Battle Creek, Michigan. So apparently everyone's just supposed to know that.
See, if they'd been really true to the Kellogg Company, they just should have... Okay, it's a clean episode. Is allowed?
I guess no. I don't think so.
Okay, jingle that over.
I'll jingle it. Why don't you tell me what foreign entanglements are?
But wait, okay, but is part of our rating system.
It won't be for this episode.
Okay.
If you're listening to this episode, it's the only non-explicit episode you'll listen to. You're not going to know what our rating system is for the other episodes. You got to go listen to find that out.
Yes.
Ring, ting, tingling, jingling, jingling.
Okay.
Tell me what foreign entanglements are, Melissa. If I yelled at you, we need a plate of foreign entanglements. Fried to let the sun shine.
Oh man, honestly, the first thing I thought of when I heard foreign entanglements was Donald Trump, and then I was like, you can't serve that at a diner.
No one would eat it.
Nobody would eat that. Is it an apple? I don't know.
No, it's spaghetti, which I love. Now let's break this down one by one. I'm gonna tell you what I want you to do because you are a waitress in this situation.
Okay.
The new waitress working at this restaurant called the Bipham's
Fixins
and Egg House Incorporated. So I've obviously need to get you to do what you need for the table because you need to turn over the gallery. We got some campers yet to sell an Eve with a moldy lid. We got a soup jockey in the weeds who can't take care of table 20. Let's get him 3 spots with a twist, 1 hold the hail. An Adam and Eve on the raft and Wreckham, a couple love apples and looseners in the alley. A mother and child reunion, high and dry, and a Georgia pie to boot.
I know what a mother and child reunion are.
What's that?
It's chicken strips and like some sort of chicken and then an egg.
That's true, but it's high and dry.
High and dry. Oh man, is it like freeze-dried chicken strips in an egg?
Yeah, no, get the crappy chicken from the back of the freezer.
Yeah.
No, it's just
No. Okay, what you do is you get the chicken, you give it a ton of pot.
Melissa, we can't talk about drugs. It's a clean episode.
Wait, is that...
I don't know.
It's not a bad word.
I don't know. Pot's going to be legal in 2 years anyway. It's fine.
Yeah,
we'll be on the
so
right
you
side of
take the
history
chicken,
for this one.
You give it a ton of pot, and then you don't let it drink any alcohol dry.
Okay, but do you just like
and then you kill it, and then you... Oh, that's sad.
Oh, no, I was just thinking, I thought you meant just the chicken breast you're giving it pot, as in you're just kind of crisscrossing it, pesto style across like a thick
How's
soup.
a chicken strip gonna do pot?
You just kind of put it on there. I'm pretty sure if you eat the leaves, it still has the same effect.
I'm pretty sure that's... I don't know enough about the subject to dispute you, but that sounds pretty wrong.
All right, well, can you tell me, when I asked for a couple love apples and looseners in the alley, can you tell me what love apples or looseners are?
Love apples are regular apples, but
Nope.
they're in love.
Nope. All apples are in love. Trick question. They're tomatoes.
What?
Yep.
Hey, tomatoes are hate apples.
No, tomatoes are just like...
Tomatoes are sins.
No, you see the way that... You don't like tomatoes?
You
I feel
you
like
were on a whole road trip with me where I had a sandwich and they snuck some tomato in there
No, I do
despite me asking for no tomato, and it's fine, but I kept taking a bite and going, there's tomato.
Okay, but look at the apple and then look at the shape of a and then look at the shape of a tomato. Tomatoes are just like thick apples.
Tomatoes are smaller than apples.
Yeah, but they're thick though. You see the curvature of an apple and that of a tomato are not. When you're older, I'll explain it to you. It'll be. Tomatoes are thick apples, and that's the end of the discussion.
Man, so do we want to keep talking about the movie?
Yeah,
Or?
I don't know. I kind of just want to keep talking about this. No, we probably should get back. Oh yeah, you remember how I said how the table was ordering an Eve with a lid on? The past table was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that an egg?
No. So in this case,
Wait, but Eve was an egg earlier.
no, Adam and Eve's on the Raft and Wreck-'em. Adam and Eve's are eggs.
But
when
Eve
it's
separately is not an egg?
When it's just Eve, it's an apple pie.
What? Okay, I
Because-
mean, that's...
Referring to the biblical Eve's tempting of Adam with an apple, and lid is the pie crust. Because Eve with a lid on is an apple pie.
Nice,
But when I said-
that is something that people would eat.
But that's Eve with a lid on. What's Eve with a moldy lid?
Is that literally just a moldy apple pie?
No, it's apple pie with a slice of cheese.
Excuse me?
It says with. I don't know if it means like with or just
Oh
on
my
the side, but
Oh my god. What kind of monster? If I saw someone in a diner eating an apple pie with a slice of melted cheese on top of it, I don't know what I would do. What kind of monster?
oh yeah.
What kind of monster?
And there's a lot of really, really bad, like, I don't know what kind of Midwestern uncanny valley diner you'd have to stumble into, but a Hoboken special is pineapple soda with chocolate ice cream.
Please remove me from this hell.
Okay.
Free me.
Okay, I'm going to save you. I'm going to pull you out of the pit that Satan's pulling you into.
From our cursed alternate podcast about Midwestern diner food.
Yeah, this has been a Midwestern exploration of the mind and soul. I've been your host, Michael.
This has been the bastard child of Munch Squad.
Oh, and guess who's gonna get jingled out now, Melissa? Yeah,
Is that a curse word?
Yes. Yes. We'll just go back and say that it's the illegitimate son of Munch Squad.
The illegitimate son of Munch Squad.
Oh, geez, we're not doing good on this one.
We're doing bad.
Okay.
I'm sorry
Wait,
for
did you
making
really-
you say so many jingles.
No, it's fine, but just like,
You broke the seal.
are you really wondering if that's a curse word?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's in Shakespeare, and you can use it, like, diagnostically. I mean, factually, but never mind. We're gonna proceed. We're gonna go back. We're coming back to the Christmas Prince. We're coming back to where we belong.
Okay, because you say the P one isn't a curse word, but you say the B one is? Not B as in lady dog.
This sounds like I can't handle this. I think we just need to proceed. No, pot's not a bad word. I thought I just never mind.
No, I was talking about the other P one. It was in
Peepus?
another episode. Never mind.
Okay.
We've got to get back on track. This has been, oh my gosh.
This has been terrible, is what it's been. We're coming back to Christmas and holiday times. We're coming back to snow. We're coming back to love? ? Maybe our reporter Amber Moore isn't quite sure yet.
Yes, these two eligible bachelor and bachelorette, they fall in love within a matter of maybe 3 conversations. They don't talk very much.
This Amber Moore, this delicate and wonderful woman with her beautiful maroon Converse, she sees this prince who looks like Chris Evans after 15 rough years.
Yeah.
And a little bit of a comb over with a receding hairline. Sees this man being really bad at shooting arrows, ducking out of his princely duties to go throw snowballs with teens, and goes, "Hey, I gotta get on that Richard. I gotta get some of that. I gotta get some."
What that Richard do, though?
What that Richard do, though? Heyo!
Yeah.
The adults know what we're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
You don't, but we do. What that Richard do, though? Hey!
And I just...
Keep going.
Because, okay, the prince looks like Chris Evans after 15 hard years. But what's great is that he also has a cousin. And this cousin is about 5 inches shorter, slightly schlubbier.
And very slimier.
And, like, and the cousin looks like Tobey Maguire after 15 hard years.
I think it was an interesting artistic choice for the movie to have him leave, like, a visible ooze trail anywhere that he walked behind him. I thought that was an interesting choice, but I definitely thought it fit.
He moved like a ferret turned into a man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the ex-girlfriend of Prince Richard, who at first is trying to get back with Prince Richard, when she realizes that won't work, decides to go with Simon instead because they think he might be able to be the new king.
Yes.
She literally refuses to let him kiss her, which is fair.
Which is fair.
I would also. Like, I would not be hopping on that Simon train in any way, shape, or form. I wouldn't even let the conductor scan my ticket, you know?
Yes. In the same way that they don't beat around the bush in revealing any sort of plot information, they also don't beat around the bush letting you know that this guy is the evil one. They make it abundantly clear from literally the first words. You see him for a second on the screen, and you can instantly peg him as, oh, there's the dramatic foil to our good Prince Richard.
He's filmed from, like, below the 90-degree mark where he's almost got some kind of chin just, like, framing his whole face. And he goes, hello. It's so nice to see you here, silly Aldovians.
And immediately his first interaction with our good protagonist girl, Amber Moore, is going, oh, so I see they invited the help. Which, speaking of which, Amber makes some maybe minor bad decisions in this movie. Mm-hmm. The first of which, she goes to this place to cover a press conference about the king's coronation. The press conference gets canceled. Immediately, her first choice of action is sneaking into the palace, and then when she gets caught, lying about being a tutor, because, I mean, the opportunity is presented to her, but she takes it unabashedly, and then she rolls with it.
She does do the classic royalty weird thing for the movies where the guard goes, oh, you're American, you must be the tutor for the new princess. She pauses for a second, then goes, yeah. I'm definitely that. Which is weird because I get it for dramatic tension, but at the same time, if anyone did that in real life, the person would instantly go, oh, you're lying to me.
Oh, you're lying about this very obviously.
Okay, cool. I'll just escort you out like a normal person.
Goodbye.
Gibby.
Yeah.
Gibby.
And especially because very shortly after that, she breaks a very expensive vase, and if she was ever revealed to be not the tutor, let me tell you who's going to get sued a lot of money for breaking very expensive property in the palace that she was in under a lie. And she really gets herself very in over her head very fast, but manages to make it work out through the power of kissing.
That wonderful power of kissing. Also the power of having a snowball fight and having the prince land directly on top of her and very close.
Yes.
And they go, oh. And there's a moment.
Yeah. They almost kiss several times in a variety of kind of unromantic situations. Like, I guess a snowball fight is more romantic, although you're cold and you just fell on the ground, so your butt is wet. And it's not great. So they almost kiss then, and then later they almost kiss over Richard's dead dad's journal, which is not very romantic either.
Yeah, but they were in his bone cabin. his bone zone.
Yes.
She went riding on a horse to try to follow the prince. The horse just bucked her off and then ran off.
Yeah.
A wolf almost ate her, but then the prince shot the
worst CGI wolf. That wolf looked like, I don't know what was wrong with that wolf.
His mouth. That's what was wrong.
Speaking of which, I was kind of hoping halfway through the movie it would turn into a survival horror flick. Why don't more movies do that? I would be delighted if I started watching a movie that panned itself as like a silly Christmas romance, and then halfway through turned
Instantly
into
turns.
a hardcore survival genre movie where the character has to make tough choices to survive.
Why aren't there more movies that just do a quick 180 turn like that would delight my senses and scintillate my everything?
That would be so much fun.
But for now, we have this drom-com.
Instead of the Christmas Prince, it's the Christmas Prince with a T, and it's just like bloody boot prints in the snow.
Will the princess make it to Christmas morning?
Yeah, yeah.
What else? And just in general, everyone's weird accents in this movie are kind of weird and like no one can really commit to anything because first off, obviously they have to make up a fake country and they name it Aldovia. Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I mean, well, I had been joking about how Aldovia actually has been at war for about a decade with Genovia, with the new princess Mia Thermopolis just really leading the the political tensions between the two countries.
Mm-hmm. In her full battle armor and sword atop her righteous steed.
She did not attend the coronation, but she did send a package that was just a severed horse head and a note that says, "I am coming."
Jeez.
And yeah.
No, I mean, I do remember that part from the movie, but...
Yeah, I mean, it has been established in the Princess Diaries that Mia Thermopolis is cold-blooded and will do anything to save her kingdom.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm sure that was, like, the point of the movie.
Really, Aldovia deserves it.
I think the really crappy, non-committal New York accent from the journalist lady in the beginning of the movie who exists only to give our protagonist a job to quit at the end to prove that she doesn't need no job. She only needs
a blog.
She is a dog with a blog.
She only needs to post her nice puff piece about the prince to her Tumblr, and then she becomes famous. Well, it doesn't really matter if she becomes famous because he proposes to her at the end after knowing her for all of about a week, it seems like. It seems like about a week. And he does this through the glass diner window in front of her dad, who has never met this dude before and has hopefully heard the story because it's New Year's and he just sees this his daughter
kissing some random dude out in the street
with a brand new ring and just kind of raises a champagne glass.
Like, yeah, I'm into this. This is fine.
All right. He's not like, "Hey, Amber, what the heck? Maybe we could talk this over a little." I
mean, to be fair, being a supportive dad, it's great. But also, like, "Hey, Amber, get out of the street. There's ice all over it, and there's cars there, too."
"Hey, Amber, it's very cold. You maybe want to come inside with your new prince fiancé, who you've known for about a week."
The final monologue of when the prince shows up and just says, "Hey, there's no one else like you. I have to be with you." And she goes, "But what about me? My life is in New York. You know, my job and everything, the diners and everything's here." And he goes, "Oh, you don't understand the obscene amount of money that I have."
He says that he could pick up the diner and move it to Aldovia, which seems like an exaggeration. But again, I feel like the extent of this man's obscene richness does not entirely preclude it as an option.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. He goes, "I'll build your dad his own wing in the castle. I'll build a diner in Aldovia." And I mean, I don't know. He's probably like normal American food is when he goes to Aldovia and everyone goes, "Oh, where's the beans on toast? Where's my traditional Yorkshire pudding? Where is it I am? What's all this then?"
What if... No, that wouldn't work.
What's all this then?
Because everybody in this movie, because other than her boss, who has a terrible New York adjacent accent, she's in maybe the same county as New York. She's maybe a few miles outside of the New York state lines with her accent, but everybody in Aldovia just talks like they're British, which begs the question, where is Aldovia exactly? It's never established.
I mean,
it's somewhere snowy.
The whole thing is that they just wanted to they just wanted it to be Britain, but they can't use the Britain royalty, right? I mean, they can't just
Yeah.
pretend that it's the British royal family AU they made, where the Queen is the same, but all the kids are different.
Yeah. They go, oh, it's just Prince Harry now. There's Prince William, who? Just Prince Harry.
Well, it's Prince Richard.
No, as in stealing the British royal family.
Oh, I don't know anything about actual royal politics.
I'm pretty sure Harry is the Playboy one, although now he's married.
Wait, there's more than one?
Wait, what?
There's more than one prince?
Yeah.
I thought there was just like the one guy who married that like celebrity lady.
No, don't you know about the one, Kate and William, who got married way before and have a bunch of kids now?
I know about those.
The future.
I know about those fools.
Yeah. And then it's Prince Harry, who just got married.
This is new news to me.
Wait, but that's the one you were talking about. Because William didn't marry a celebrity.
Oh, okay, I guess I just...
I think you're just merging the two in your head into one big super prince.
Ooh, there's a thought. That's an interesting Christmas conundrum.
The ultimate Steven Universe gem fusion of the two princes.
Yes, 100% princely beef all the time.
Yeah. I'm now almost like upset about the amount of knowledge that I have. Even though I honestly don't know much about the British royals, I'm kind of upset about the amount of knowledge that I have, I guess, over other people. I
really think that
I feel like I shouldn't know this much about them.
I feel like I'm just truly a dumb bit who knows nothing about actual politics.
Are you going to have to jingle out bit?
I said dumb bit. That's not anything.
And you get on me for saying illegitimate son.
That's not what you said, though. You said the other word.
So if I said baster, that's adjacent, but not exactly the word.
No, I remember in the Shakespeare play about King Edward, he didn't call him an illegitimate turkey baster. Although even that would have been vaguely Shakespearean in terms of insults, but...
You son of a baster.
Yeah. No, that's not a bad word.
Yeah,
But if I was like, fuck, then like that way, it's like Jingle Bells, you know?
Oh my gosh.
No, but see,
See, this is why we can't do one non-explicit episode.
Well, I mean, I feel like we can. I just feel like now we're just kind of, we just want to say the words we want to say, you know? Free the presses, honestly.
Been playing it fast and loose.
Whose idea was it to not do an explicit episode this time? Anyway.
Yours.
Sounds fake to me. Michael would never say something like that. All right, is there anything else to talk about for this movie? I feel like this one's kind of dry as far as content goes. I mean, it was fun, but...
Yeah, it was fun to watch. And I promise it's not that we, used up all the comedy juice already. This was basically...
Yup. It's just, hey, you seen a Hallmark Christmas movie? Yeah, you've seen this one probably too.
Yeah.
You get the general idea.
The only thing missing would be if Prince Richard was just really into industrialization and was like, or if his evil cousin Simon had decided that when he took over Aldovia, he would build a bunch of McDonald's
overturn all the local bakeries and replace them with,
machine bakeries.
King's bread. But then he gets stuck in one of the bakeries overnight, and all the employees show him what it really means to get rise and grind and get this bread.
That sounds more like a horror movie than a Hallmark movie. He gets stuck in this bakery overnight, and all the employees surround him. And
no, but they're with sweet Christmas spirit because they don't know he's the prince. He's in disguise.
It's like an undercover boss situation.
Mm-hmm. But they don't know, so they just think he's a nice folk, and they show him their good holiday cheer.
They've definitely made some sort of undercover boss type movie, but with royalty, right? Because that would be...
I mean, it's gotta be, right?
There's gotta be.
I mean, if not, we can write it. I mean, there's enough Christmas material to go around.
Yeah, apparently we're just a movie-generating powerhouse over here.
Mm-hmm. One of these days, we're gonna release one of these movies that we're making. Just keep your eye out for it. AYSL podcast produced, Melissa and Michael approved.
Yeah, the only two actors will be us just doing really quick, like, quick changes between roles.
And sometimes the actors will change between us if the person can't be there for filming that day because we're busy. But that'll be
Yes.
fine. It'll be
It's
great.
just going to be like the big confession romantic scene will just be different cuts between Michael facing himself wearing two different wigs.
Yeah, no, any romantic interaction will have to be one on like me on me action because I am the most dramatic. I have to do it. And
Yeah,
I can
he's
only
the
do it
only
for
man
myself.
for the role.
Yes, and the only man for either role. It'll
Yes.
be great.
No, actually, I'm not even going to be in the movie. It's just going to be
sorry,
Michael.
I am going to make a quick executive decision. It's just going to be me. Melissa will run the costumes. She'll help write. She'll do everything else. But it is going to be me in 50 or 70 different costumes.
Yes.
We cannot be too extravagant with the number of roles that we add. And
Yes,
also,
it's going to be full Lord of the Rings size cast, but just Michael.
I can do like 4.5 different accents. Although that's not like 4 accents and then a half of one. That's like 11 halves. Or that's not that math's not right.
11 almost accents.
Basically 11 accents that I can do like halfway.
Yeah, no. Every single character is going to have a vaguely Magic Brian-esque voice or Kermit the Frog.
Oh, this is wonderful. Okay. We should get to ratings because
Real quick, Michael, I'm going to need you to do some sort of love confession scene, but with between Magic Brian and Kermit the Frog.
Okay, but you have to give me some more. You have to give me some more embellishment than that. Like, what is Kermit? What does Kermit think about Magic Brian that's not true? Like, what did Kermit? Did Kermit see Magic Brian kissing someone else in the snow?
Kermit saw Magic Brian kissing. Oh man, who's Colonel Sanders?
I can't do. I guess I don't need to do a Colonel Sanders voice. He's
Yeah,
not
no,
see,
you don't have to do a Colonel
but,
Sanders voice.
Magic Brian kind of like it's interior, 9 p.m. Wait, no. Crap, it'd be so dark. Interior.
No, they're both in the dark.
5:30.
You
No
can't
lights are
see
on.
either of them.
Magic Brian is pursuing Kermit, who's walking quickly away with his little stubby green feet. Magic Brian goes, "Wait, it's not what you think." Wait, what? Oh, jingle jangle. Frick. Kermit, darling, it's not what you think. I was not. What we had was nothing. And then Kermit turns around and goes,
I saw what I saw. I know you two were kissing out in the snow. I've seen all two of you being together every single day. I know what the two of you have, and that's what we'll never have. I'm going back to my hometown of...
Where do the Muppets live?
New York?
New York City.
Which, that's thematic for our movie.
And you'll never see me again.
And Magic Brian grabs him by the hand. Kermit goes, And Magic Brian goes, "This is not true. We can be together forever." And then his giant spider comes out and pins Kermit to the ground. And Kermit goes,
Oh, no, wait.
and he goes, "I have this spider, and you will do what I tell you to do because I have the giant spider." And Kermit goes,
I'll never give in to you.
and he starts hitting the spider, but the spider injects its stinger into Kermit's stomach, and Kermit dies.
Oh no.
Sorry, I thought the scene was going to end with them kissing, but
Oh my gosh.
I was trying to think in my... Well, the reason was I was trying to think in my head how I was going to be able to create the sounds of, like, Kermit's mouth on Magic Brian's mouth and what that would sound like, and I realized I couldn't do it, so I had to kill it before...
Before you made the attempt of what Kermit and Magic Brian making out would sound like.
All right, this has been Frog and Spider, a tale of love and strife.
Please send this to Hollywood if you want to see it on the big screen.
Absolutely. Please fill out our petition that we're going to put in the podcast link. That's not true. We're not going to do that.
Yes, please.
Okay, ratings. Let's do it. What do you got?
Okay. For fun, I'm going to give this movie a 4.
No, I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
Literary
And then
merit?
Literary merit. I think it's gonna need like a 3. It's not very literary merit-y.
All right, and now we're going to have to come up with some new X factor for this family-friendly episode.
Holiday cheer.
Well, but I feel... Okay, that'll be interesting, because, I mean, my first thought was a 10, just because this movie has Christmas coming out of its each and every of its orifices. But
No, what I'm saying is that what is being rated should stay the same as last time. We're just gonna call it holiday cheer.
So when she looks at Princess Richard and she's got that holiday cheer in her eyes.
Yeah, she's filled with holiday cheer.
She's leaking with holiday cheer.
Gross! That is grosser than anything we have said on a non-explicit.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I take it back. But tell me about that holiday cheer.
I feel like being a not Hallmark but Hallmark-esque movie, it's actually very chaste with its holiday cheer.
Yeah, you get some kisses.
Probably the most holiday cheery it gets is that snowball fight scene where he falls directly on top of her, and there's like a weird slow-mo.
I don't know. I remember that scene where he shot the gun and got the wolf to go away, and she looks at him like,
It's just filled with the Christmas spirit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm gonna give it maybe a 5.
All right, that's good. All right, I'm gonna go pretty quick for mine. Literary merit 2, fun factor 3. I mean, it's no, actually, fun factor of 5. I think that's a solid number. I don't know. I like this movie. Like I said, we're recording this pretty early, so helping to get me in the Christmas cheer. That's been nice.
Just this movie really filled you with holiday spirit.
That's not what I said. I said Christmas cheer.
Now the two terms are interchangeable.
Now for the rest of this month, do you know every time that like when someone in my family goes, "Oh man, Michael, can you bring in some of that holiday cheer back home?" I'm gonna go, frick it to heck, Melissa. You've doomed me to this. But anyway, for holiday cheer or whatever euphemism we're using to describe that.
Yes.
I'm going to say 7. I'm going to say 6, just because I think, obviously the movie didn't show a lot of it, but I think there's a lot of undertones that the literary mind can examine from looking at the actors and actresses. Yeah, that gives a 4 and a 4.3 from us, so not super great on the scale. But again, I think this metric is entirely bogus, and the way that we average the 3 scores together basically have no semblance whatsoever on the quality of the movie.
Welcome to Whose Podcast Is It Anyway, where the rules are made up and the points don't matter.
Yes, absolutely. All right, that's all our normal stuff.
Yeah, anyways, I think we're going to be wrapping it up.
Yeah,
wanted
totally.
to say quick at the end, Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa, and Happy Festivus, and Candle Nights, and Yule.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of all the holidays. I don't want to leave any of them out. General holiday happiness from us to you. Have fun with your families.
Absolutely.
Have a nice time.
Any of the holidays that you guys celebrate, or if you don't really celebrate any holiday around this time of year, no matter what, just, it doesn't matter if you're going to school, if you're just, whatever. We just hope you get to take some time to really relax and maybe get to see your family if you get the chance. Just, especially this winter time, this kind of like festive time of year, make sure to, text some of your friends and remind people how much you love them. And because, just in general, it's a great time of year to, remember how lucky that pretty much everyone has it, and obviously, sometimes stuff isn't, always the best, but just in general, I think it's a great time to really just take stock and kind of look back on the year and realize, hey, everything's not perfect, especially like just at large, but there's so much good stuff going on right now, and it's really important to realize that and celebrate it and, let the people around you know how much you love them.
Yeah, go hug your parents.
Yeah. Go hug your parents, go hug your friends. It's going to be a great time. And thank you to you, Melissa, for doing this podcast with me.
Thanks.
And it's Christmas episode podcast. It's really sweet. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you. And I hope you have a great Christmas. Because, this will be out on Christmas, so it'll be a while before, we won't be together over the break and everything. But I hope you have a great holiday season and stuff, too.
I hope that you also have a good Christmas and just a good time.
Yeah, I'm going to get to see all my high school friends whenever I'm home between, around the holidays. That's going to be great. Anyway, so...
Say hi to them for me.
Of course.
Wave through the vape cloud to...
don't out my friends as being so into vape. Anyway, well, if y'all are listening to this podcast, you should be ashamed. Anyway.
No, it's smiling. I'm just...
This has been Are You Still Listening? Make sure to send us emails because, hey, if you're the first emailer, we will review the movie that you want us to do. Next week, or the next episode, we'll be talking about a movie called...
Naked.
Yes.
All right, do you guys want to hear about this? I'm sure you do. I want to
hear about Naked. Naked.
Sure you want to hear about Naked.
I don't know if that's something we should be talking about on this Our Good Christian podcast.
On this our good clean episode.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not clean anymore because this is our movie. So, Rob's madly in love and about to be married. Unfortunately, he's also naked, stuck in an elevator, and caught in a time loop.
Excellent. Good. Yes.
Just on tagline alone, I'm already about it.
Yep, that's it. That's all we're going to give you. I'm very excited for it.
Me too.
And again, that's going to be the last episode we're recording before the break because we're kind of getting these all in right now. So we won't be able to, like I said one more time, we're not really going to be able to respond or talk about those emails and everything yet. We really hope we'll get some feedback from you guys. But in general, we're just going to be kind of parsing things out for a little bit while we have our little hiatus, our little personal, the holidays and everything.
Yes. If you do email us, though, even though we might not be able to shout you out on the podcast just yet, we will reply to the email.
Yeah, we'll totally
with lots
respond.
of heart emoticons.
Me and Melissa have both have access to the email, so we can both send you responses personally, and but just in general, we'd love to hear from you guys. We love the fact that we have at least a very small listener base right now. It's really nice.
Yes. Speaking of which, it's about, I'd say 60% Michael's friends. So hi, Michael's friends. I love you and the vape. I
love you guys, and
I've met you all before, and you're really cool.
Yeah, we hope everyone has a great holiday season, and yeah, I think that'll do it for this episode. As always,
also I love you, the rest of our listeners.
Yes.
I don't want to exclude anybody from the love here.
We love
all
you, guy.
Of you are awesome.
We love you, guy from Sweden.
Yes. Sorry, guy from Sweden, for just really, really going hard with the shout outs. I hope you're not scared.
But we love you. Yeah, this has been Are You Still Listening? A podcast about Netflix. I'm Michael.
Guy or gal from Sweden?
Oh, we don't know.
Yeah.
I meant guy to be a general non-binary term, but I realized I wasn't being specific enough. We don't know. Anyway, guy or gal or non-binary identifier out there, we support you. We stan you.
Fan from Sweden, you're the best.
Absolutely. And this has been Are You Still Listening?
We'll keep talking.
If you keep listening. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Also, I'm Michael, and she's Melissa. I don't know if we always say that or not. I forget.
I don't think we normally say that.
Okay, well, we do now. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.